So, what I want to talk to you today is about how collaborations win contracts and why the big corporations rely on collaborations to continuously keep winning contracts and grants, and small business owners are left with the crumbs because we are so good at doing things on our own, relying on ourselves, forgetting that the name of the game is collaboration. Not be so good you can do it on your own. It's be so good we can do it together. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Dr. Coach Ogo, or Ogo for some, or Ogo Ekweme for others. And I am a strategist, and the point of this channel and this entire brand and this entire community is to empower business owners like yourselves who are professionals, who are impact driven, who really want to make a difference in their communities, and you've been eyeing contracts and grants as a means to expand your influence, your impact, and your income. But you're struggling. You don't know how to do it. You don't know how to maximize this channel, but you know it's lucrative. So let's dive into the power of collaboration. So I want to start off by telling you a story. And oftentimes, you probably can relate to it because it's happened more than once in your life. It's happened more than once in my life. And I want to start off by saying, think about a time in your life where you were trying to do something on your own. You were trying to figure it out. It probably was tough. It was hard. But because you're determined, you're a determined person. There's something I know about you all. You may not know that I know you, but I know you. You're a determined individual. No is not an answer for you. You will figure it out. Most of us, we have all these degrees because it's part of what feeds our ego. Ego isn't necessarily a bad thing. Let me just do a quick little pivot. Ego isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's when your ego gets in the way of your progress and you fulfilling your God-given purpose. That's when it's a problem. So it's not a bad thing to be confident and to feel like you can do things and you can accomplish things and you can find out the information you need. It's natural for us high achievers, for those of us in the professional world, for us business owners, professional business owners. It's natural for us. But have you noticed time and time again in your life, and in my life especially, that there were times where we struggle for no reason? And when we finally open our mouths to say, I need help, the person we talk to say, oh, I could have helped you with that a long time ago. Wait, you've been struggling with this entire time and you said nothing? And then we're sitting there like, yeah, pretty much. Pretty much, yes, I've been struggling with this because I was too in my feelings and too in my ego to ask for help. And time again, we do this as business owners. We think because we started the business, we're impact driven. We're going to change lives. We get so caught up in the ego-esque of this mission that we don't even realize we are doing ourselves a disservice by not simply asking for help. And it almost makes me want to question our education system. Because if you think about our education system and the way we've been taught to do things, especially us high achievers who were doing well in school, I was one of them. Like, don't get me wrong. I got the straight A's. I did well in class. I listened to my teachers. My teachers loved me because I was, the star student that made them feel good about being a teacher. But when I got into college and graduate school, that's when I started to realize, yeah, your ego needs to sit down, sis. And you need to actually get comfortable with asking other people for help because you cannot walk through life alone. You cannot do this game of life alone. And there are times in your life where what you need to accomplish and the level in which you want to elevate to will require standing on the backs of others. And if you are too in your ego to allow yourself to leverage the channels that God has placed right in front of you, then you are not worthy of success. And as I'm thinking about it, I'm getting goosebumps because I'm like, you know what? That's why I hit rock bottom in college. And I hit rock bottom again in grad school because I kept repeating this behavior. And I couldn't help it because that's what I've grown to understand is necessary for success. Go on your own. Do it on your own. Achieve on your own. Find out on your own. Figure out on your own. It's this repetitive cycle. And it keeps so many of us business owners stuck, especially our professional business owners who were high achievers, who have high degrees, who come from a professional world and have professional licenses and have worked in corporate and these high level healthcare settings and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You stay stuck because you are in your own way. Your ego that feeds this sense that you can figure it out on your own is the reason why you will not succeed. And it's the reason why your business will plateau and stay exactly where it is. I'm talking to you, but I'm also talking to myself. I am a victim of this behavior. And as I was building this business and I was learning to get into contracts and grants, time and time again, the contracts and grants that I lost, that I didn't win, that I didn't qualify for, that I made the most mistakes on, were actually the ones that I tried to do on my own. I didn't leverage my network. I didn't leverage the professionals that I know that understand the space I'm trying to solve or understand the program I'm trying to develop. I didn't do any of that. I just said, I'm smart enough. I could figure this out. And looking back, I have probably lost hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars in contracting grant opportunities because I failed to leverage collaboration. I failed to ask for help. I was too in my ego. So now back to the original lesson of this video. The goal is for you all to understand that collaboration is the name of the game. I have worked behind the scenes of some of the largest corporations, especially on the healthcare side. Kaiser Permanente, United Health, the Veterans Health Administration, big organizations, thousands of employees. And the one thing I saw consistent behind the scenes when we were going after grants and contracts is that we would get together at a table, not just me, not even just my team, a couple teams of us. In total, we're probably like 10 to 12 people sitting at the table deliberating on what is the best approach for going after this opportunity. We're literally sitting there figuring out and talking through how do you go after this multi-billion-dollar contract? Who do we need at the table to go after this multi-billion-dollar contract? And sometimes I would sit there and I wonder, but you're a multi-billion-dollar company. Why are you still asking who do we need to bring to the table to go after another multi-billion-dollar contract? You're a multi-billion-dollar corporation. And one of the biggest lessons I've taken away from working in the environments that I've worked in and also building this up for myself in the contracts and grants landscape is that no matter how big the company is, the number one conversation they're going to have when an opportunity is in front of them is who do we need to bring to the table? So a lot of you business owners who are struggling, you made a couple dollars here, you managed to get to six figures, but you're struggling to sustain that six figures. You're struggling to get past that six figures, but you have yet to ask for help. You have yet to say, who do I need to bring to the table? You have yet to leverage those around you who know more than you. And now you want to get into contracts and grants because someone told you that this is the best way to scale your business, which of course it is the best way to scale your business. This is the best way to have monumental impact with the least amount of effort and change the lives of hundreds of people simultaneously with the least amount of effort. But if you want to be successful in this space and compete against the big boys, you're going to have the same conversations they're having. Who do I need to bring to the table? Collaboration is key. And when you're collaborating, the first question you need to ask is who has the skill sets that I need to borrow for this particular opportunity? And it's not just about what I know. It's not just about what I've learned and how good I am. It's about who is better than me that I have access to, that I can inject into this application so that this application is more successful. That's collaboration. That's the name of the game. And that's why I love our Contracts Collab community. Because our collab community allows you to leverage a network of professionals, professional business owners in diverse industries, and our corporate partners in order to go after the opportunities that you see and you are interested in winning and you are interested in leveraging to make more impact. So I ask you again. You say you want to make impact. You say you want to build your influence. You say you want to increase your income. But who are you bringing to the table?